Amy, let me tell you about a magical place that is so exactly designed to be enclosed space, year-round fun for the whole family that I bet you already know what I'm going to say before I even say the name. Let's say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Great Wolf Lodge. You got it, Amy.
My kids loved Great Wolf Lodge when we went. You probably already know that it has a huge indoor water park with a wave pool, lazy river, a bunch of massive water slides. But then your pack can hit the other attractions because wait, there's more.
Great Wolf Lodge has adventure-packed attractions like Magi Quest, a live-action game kids can play throughout the lodge, plus the Northern Lights Arcade. Spent some quality time there, so your kid who loves the lazy river and your kid who loves fantasy games will both have a great time.
Great Wolf Lodge also offers great dining options and complimentary daily events like nightly dance parties, all under one roof. Unpack the car once and you're settled in to have fun. And with 22 lodges across the country, you're always a short drive away from adventure.
We've both had such great times at Great Wolf Lodge, so bring your pack together at a lodge near you. Learn more at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack.
The hold music, it makes me want to crawl out of my skin. What fresh hell?
Laughing in the face of motherhood.
Ketchup is from the devil.
With Margaret Abels
and Amy Wilson.
Do not want to see your bloody nubs on Facebook ever.
A podcast that solves today's parenting dilemmas
so you don't have to.
I only get to be mad that it's me saying the same thing for the 6th time. Hey, everybody. Welcome to What Fresh Hell, Laughing in the Face of Motherhood. This is Amy.
And this is Margaret. And today we are talking about the small things that drive moms insane.
Teeny tiny.
This episode will be 650 hours long, guys, so settle in. Settle in. I came up with this topic one night while washing the dishes, Amy.
And what's the extremely minor annoyance of motherhood that's involved with washing the dishes? It isn't just dishes, right? Like, is there a teeny tiny part of it that was driving you insane?
Indeed. The inciting incident was ketchup.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I have always, throughout my entire life, had a wild aversion. This could have been a hot take as well, a wild aversion to ketchup.
Yeah, we talked about mayonnaise in the hot take, so now let's talk about ketchup.
Yeah, like I don't mind mayonnaise, but ketchup's so disgusting.
I developed an aversion to ketchup during pregnancy that never really went away.
So you share my view that ketchup is from the devil.
Yes, motherhood brought it out in me. And yes, the smell of this and the way the, car paint-like hardness to which it dries on a plate is really something special.
Yeah, it's that and mac and cheese. Like, you've got to attack it right away or you've just got to throw the pan away. Like, those are your only two options.
Yes. All right. So that moved you to go on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/whatfreshhellcast, and asked our listeners for their extremely minor annoyances of motherhood. And as usual, people came out of the woodwork.
Not surprisingly, people were like, oh, I've got some of those. And I do think it's the nature of motherhood that, there's just a tipping point where you tip from, a normal, functional human being who you recognize in yourself to a screeching harpy of doom that is just, screaming, shoes on the stairs belong upstairs at the top of your lungs like a maniac.
Mm-hmm. Here's what drives me insane. It's like the thing that I'm asking you to do is not a new thing. It's the same thing. And the reason I'm mad is that it's the same thing I'm saying. And you don't get to be mad at me that I'm saying the same thing 6 times. I only get to be mad that it's me saying the same thing for the 6th time. Only I get to be mad about that.
There's the classic Facebook meme that's Mom asks something, no one listens. Mom asks something, no one listens. Mom asks something, no one listens. Mom screams. Why is mom always screaming? It's right. You kind of can't win this battle.
Right. So this is a safe space where we're going to talk about these things with a complete understanding that everybody listening will be like, yes, that's the worst. But they have to be teeny tiny things. So Ashley said that school fundraisers are her annoyance, and she got a lot of love for that in the Facebook page, and they are annoying for sure. But I feel like for the purposes of our discussion, not quite minor enough. We need things that are really tiny and still just absolutely infuriating. And I have one. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, but I'll give you another example. Like laundry, not a minor annoyance. Like a constant Sisyphean task of despair, not a minor annoyance.
Right. It's been established.
All right, so hit me with a true minor annoyance.
Stacy says my name with a question mark at the end. Like, mom, 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 hey, mom, mom.
Yeah. That's extremely annoying.
And it doesn't stop. My kids are 16, 15, and 12, and they still do that through the bathroom door. Still, like, privacy has become something that my children understand and crave for themselves. But when it's me on the other side of the bathroom door,
but it's
mom, 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 mom.
Not a mutual respect.
It's funny.
This is also great because I feel like in song and story throughout time, there is a refrain that is like, I long to be called mom someday. And you're like, wow, you're going to regret that longing. Right. You go from being like, I can't wait for the day where someone calls me mother. And then it's like, how about someone saying that 9,000 times an hour?
Like the seagulls in Finding Nemo. Like, mom, 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 mom.
Mine,
mom,
mine,
mom, mom.
Exactly.
Yes. And it never ends. So yeah, that's one. Kayla says that her children's teeth, and even more so other people's children's teeth, are the thing that drives her insane. She says, please, for the love, I wish for all of my Facebook friends to not post pictures of their children's wiggly teeth, the empty nub spot of their tooth being gone, or the tooth itself. Please, please, please. Oh my gosh.
Guys, I feel like this is not a podcast, it's a movement, and that we can help stop this. Like, if everyone listening to this podcast right now, the thousands of you currently listening, could just each be the change we want to see in the world and spread this message far and wide, stop posting teeth stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, like baby teeth. I'm not sure why this ever got started.
Well, because it's like, oh, losing a tooth, it's a developmental phase. It's so exciting. But like, I would agree that I do not want to see your bloody nubs on Facebook ever.
Or scars or anything else. It amazes me, the different sort of medical close-ups that you can, unbidden when you open your browser are there.
That's a great, like, even non-parenting stuff, people just being like, what is this? And it's like a disgusting bloody rash. And you're like, I just saw on Facebook the other day, someone posted something. I assume it was one of those like pimple popping videos, but it was grayed out on Facebook, and it was like, this content may be disturbing. So you can choose, because on Facebook it auto plays. I think we need that grayed out, this content may be disturbing box for people's children's teeth.
I mean, they should be able to adjust that algorithm accordingly.
Yeah, let's get rid of that. Oh, teeth.
And Mark Zuckerberg can't like children that much. I mean, he just seems to me a misanthrope.
Yeah, we can do this, guys.
He would be it.
Even my own kids' teeth, like that point. What's funny is I was talking to one of my kids' teachers, and one of my kids had one of those teeth that was like, he would just play with it all day. It was like loose on a string for like 6 days. And she was like, it's grossing me out. Get that tooth out tonight. And I'm like, you're not wrong.
I have a hard time with that, though. Are you a tooth puller? Like, my husband's like a gleeful baby tooth puller. Me, not so much.
I have found, with the help of like a good, I love the environment, not a huge fan, but like a good, thick white paper towel. I put that between my fingers, and I'm like, hey, let me look at that real quick. And I just grab it out as fast as I can.
Twist and pull, or just pull?
I don't care. I grab it. Once they let me close enough to their mouth, I grab it, and I'll stay hooked on for like 3 days, as long as it takes till that thing is gone.
I am underexperienced in this realm because my kids have, deep in some weird recessive gene in our family, their baby teeth like don't fall out unless a dentist pulls them out. Like they have baby teeth forever. That's for another time. And we'll talk about that some other time.
You're also reminding me I need to make dentist appointments. All right, that's on my list now.
Poor Kayla's like, I can't listen to this podcast anymore.
No. We have to move on because I'm totally grossing myself out.
Okay. Sarah says clipping baby's nails. That's an extremely minor annoyance of motherhood.
You just chew them. Put them in your mouth and chew them off, guys. That's how I do it.
I feel like I had to do this like twice when they were babies, but maybe it's my kids are too old now and I forget. Is this something you got to do like weekly?
No. It's like when you've got a baby, when you're nursing it, put its finger in your mouth and chew off their nails. That's how I go old. Talk about, people always say I bring old school advice. That is like Farmer's Almanac 1850 style old school advice. But yeah, whenever you clip their nails, you like cut off parts of their fingers and it's just gross. And so, yeah, just chew them off.
Allie says that clipping her children's nails is gross and constant. So she's saying, yes, it is constant. And she's talking about 12-year-olds. She has to sit.
I mean, I know, Allie. Allie, what's going on, man? Come on. Why are we still clipping the 12-year-old's toenails?
She's sitting on her 12-year-old. I feel you, Allie. I am not judging you at all because I have some children older than that it's like, okay, like you don't want me to do it anymore, but somebody's going to because...
But you look like something out of a horror movie.
You look like Nosferatu with the nails. That's an old deluxe alert. But back in my day, but I'm going to own it. It's like a 100-year-old German vampire movie where he has really gross long nails when he comes out of the coffin. And like sometimes my kids are at the dinner table like, I can't let you go out in the world like that and have people like see those nails and judge me.
Think that you're mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're going to be like, she's raising Nosferatu, the second coming of Nosferatu. Is Justine's a minor annoyance? I'm not sure. Well, putting dirty dishes into the sink instead of the dishwasher.
Oh.
I mean, that's a pretty major annoyance, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing that I'm yelling about. The same thing that I'm yelling about. Like, this is easy. You get a 0 for that.
That's my new favorite go-to on the podcast. You get a 0 for that. I want to tell you guys, in case you don't listen to every single episode, which you should, we were talking about marriage and Amy was complaining about something that her husband had done.
Oh, it was that he loaded the dishwasher and then didn't turn it on. So at breakfast, when you have a sink full of dirty dishes, you also have a dishwasher full of dirty dishes because it was...
And very organically during telling this story, she just started kind of yelling, you get a 0 for that. And it just really summed up everything that I like about Amy. And it's a phrase that comes to me all the time now. I just look around the entire world and I'm like, you get like when I'm at the construction site and like the 2 flag people are supposed to be like guiding you through and they're doing it wrong. I'm like, I just want to roll down my window and scream, you get a 0 for that. But I resist because I don't want to actually harass other people. But
yes,
you get a 0 for that comes to my mind about 500 times a day.
I am the mean old teacher. This is like handing in a test without your name on it. Like it doesn't, I don't have any warm, fuzzy feelings. I want to say thank you for an unrun full dishwasher. And same thing with this, like the oatmeal pots, right? You're right. They're not minor annoyances. These are major annoyances, but I'm going to complain about it anyway. Like the oatmeal bowl or the ketchup plate, like just rinse it off. Quick rinse.
Yeah.
But don't rinse it all over the sink. Rinse it. This is a minor annoyance.
Guys, the podcast is over. We've set Amy off now. We're going to be here for a while, guys. Just settle in.
This is minor, but it's driving me crazy. When they do rinse the dish, okay, so like the 7th time I asked, they do rinse it off, but they just rinse the oatmeal or the soup bowl just sort of into all of the sink, the whole sink, instead of like...
Right, then you've got dried oatmeal everywhere.
And all over the sink instead of just like into, like, if you're going to rinse it down the drain. Don't just rinse it all over everything in the sink. And they're like, okay, that's too much. That's too specific.
I think Jennifer has a genuine minor annoyance. This is the strike zone. This is the genuine minor annoyance. Sand from the baseball mound on my kitchen floor.
Yeah.
I don't have kids who play baseball, but I do have kids who occasionally go to the beach. And the way that we somehow bring home 95% of the beach and it ends up like in my bed sheets, I don't understand, because they get it on the floor. We have hardwood floors. They get it on the floor and then it gets on my feet while I walk around, and then I get in bed and then I'm like in a sandy bed.
Yep.
How does that happen?
I have a corollary to this, which is the tiny little black specks of plastic that come from turf fields. My soccer mom friends are going to hear me on this one. It's not sand, but they play on these fields that drain because they're made of some, I don't know what, some environment killing, like tiny bits of plastic instead. And these black bits of plastic are all over my bathroom because my kid will come home and take a shower. They're all over my front hall. They're everywhere. They're a little bit bigger than sand, but they're still pretty annoying.
But they're still annoying. We have to, whenever we talk about annoyances, address the mother of all annoyances, which I would say is fairly in the category of minor annoyance, although it is in the sub-major category of laundry, and that is odd socks.
Okay, yep.
I mean, is there a solution? Tiffany says self-multiplying endless pit of odd socks to be sorted. None of them spark joy, but I hold on to them in the unlikely event I find the matching one. Novelty socks, day of the week socks, multicolored socks. I want to burn them all down. Tiffany, I'm doing the Hunger Games gesture to you right now because I see you and we are in the same tribe.
I have made this a little bit better in my house when my kids were younger by just declaring bankruptcy and throwing out all the colorful socks and just getting multi-packs of the same sock. So they were all the same sock.
Well, we have literally talked about this on the podcast, and I'm like, yes, that is what I'm going to do. But really, it just sets off an endless cycle of non-matching socks because I can't get to the point. I guess if I just threw out every single sock in the house.
That's what I'm saying. And yet you start over. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have a girl though too. My girl has 7,000 whimsical socks.
I haven't really, yeah.
Maybe I need to do it. I can't commit to the throwing away all of the socks.
I've held the door. I'm Hodor with the weird socks. And that's not really true as my kids get older. They want the stance socks with
They deal with their own socks.
Yeah. We trying to keep these socks. I have no problem throwing away a pile of socks. I won't keep them for a year. I'll keep them for 2 months and be like, okay, they're gone. They're not coming back. That and Tupperware.
I need to maybe commit, but I also have the problem that I have 3 closely spaced kids. So the flip side nightmare is trying to decide which of the matching socks belong to which kid.
Yep.
And that's a nightmare too. I mean, I think that we're offering people false hope if we try to claim that there's a solution to the sock dilemma.
No, there's not. I'm not saying solution. And really, we're really just here to say, it's terrible. Yes, it is.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's the minor.
Burn them down.
Minor annoyance.
Okay.
Let's finish strong with Kelly. Soaking wet bath toys. I am finally out of this phase. But do you remember the bath toys that get the old water in them and then they squirt out like goo? Black stuff.
Yeah.
Black mold.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Was that mold? I wasn't sure what that was. I'm like, this is a new solid has been created.
I mean, I assume so. What else could it be? It's a solid. You're creating a complete science experiment in your bathtub.
Once they squeezed out black stuff, I would throw them out. But yeah, what a mess.
But if you have kids who are the only thing I care about is Mr. Train Face in the bathtub, can be a hard commitment to just throw him out because he suddenly starts spouting black stuff.
Mm-hmm. And you have to have the whimsical thing over the tub spout, right? It has to have an alligator face on it or something. And then you've got
this guy's
weird sponges.
It gets better. I mean, all I could say is I no longer have to deal with whimsy at tub time. My 7-year-old is really holding on to the bath idea. And I'm like, no, you're shower people now. Go take a shower by yourself. There's no more. I mean, the splashing, the water, the hell that is the tub. The one thing I will say for a tub is when you have a 2, 4, and 5-year-old, as I did, that's an hour of your night done. If you just put them on the tub.
Yeah, batch sorting.
I don't care what happens. It's you're all in and I could just sit on the toilet and half fall asleep. That was good, but the downsides are epic, and having kids who go up and take a shower by themselves is heaven.
I have said that is the greatest Rubicon of parenting, the day when you can say, go upstairs and take a shower and put your pajamas on and then come back downstairs and all of your children do that is the greatest day of your life. It's coming.
A chorus of hallelujah sings. All right, guys, we'll be back with even more minor annoyances.
For some of us, tax season is one of the only times that we look at our finances fully. And once it's over, well, that was terrible, and it is completely understandable not to want to think about it for another whole year. But using Monarch and being intentional with your finances in an ongoing way helps you see where your money is going and how you can put your refund to best use.
We are here to tell you, simplify your finances with Monarch. Monarch is the all-in-one personal finance tool designed to make your life easier. It brings your entire financial life, budgeting, accounts and investments, net worth, and future planning together in one dashboard on your phone or laptop.
Feel aware and in control of your finances this tax season and get 50% off your Monarch subscription with code FRESH.
As you know, my husband and I are preparing to send, 3 kids off to college, and I cannot tell you how helpful Monarch has been in showing us our full financial picture, helping us to track our spending and reach important savings milestones. Our weekly meeting, Amy, it's now run by Monarch.
Love it. Achieve your financial goals for good with Monarch, the all-in-one tool that makes money management simple.
Use code FRESH at monarch.com for half off your first year. That's 50% off at monarch.com, code FRESH.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Okay, we're back, and we have another bathroom annoyance. Jennifer says globs of toothpaste in the bathroom sink. This is right up there with the ketchup on the plates. Like, it's...
I love Jennifer, but I'm coming in back. Not a minor annoyance.
Oh, major annoyance.
Major annoyance.
Yeah.
I mean...
too major.
I just did a question of the week about bathroom destroyers, and like this lady's kids were peeing all over the place and there were globs of toothpaste. And I was like, I can solve everything for you except for the globs of toothpaste. Like, I need a question of the week telling me how to deal with the globs of toothpaste. But basically, I just let it be a free-for-all all week. And on Saturday morning, we all get a metal spatula and we go up and have a super fun toothpaste scraping party. And that's how we roll at my house.
She says that in particular, it's blue toothpaste. And that's my minor annoyance. Why is there blue toothpaste? Why does kids' toothpaste have to have food coloring in it and be like neon pink and blue? Like, it's gross. And I'm even more grossed out by a glob of blue toothpaste than I am by a nice neutral white.
I can do you one better, Amy. I have 3 kids who all want a different kind of toothpaste. When this happened and how this came into being, I don't know, but it was like the mistake of my life. Allowing this, it slipped by me. And now I have like one kid who uses like that Tom's natural strawberry toothpaste.
Okay, I'll allow that, yeah.
No, it's awesome. When mixed with like the green goo, and then another one uses like some sort of bubble gummy toothpaste. Like,
gross, yeah.
It is the marriage of dried, different flavored goos. It's vomitous.
We were talking about better then or better now a couple episodes ago, and I would say toothpaste was definitely better then because it was Colgate. It was like white toothpaste, the end. There was none of this like, I want bubble gum. I want Spider-Man kind with sparkles. Like,
Lenai or Lenny, Lenei, she has a great, perfect minor annoyance, which is bubbles. And she's not wrong.
She says, I hate them and wish they didn't exist, but they're my kids' favorite pastime ever.
They're the perfect catch-22. They're the perfect, like, there's another term for that. It's like a trap that you can't get out of because on the one hand, again, they eat up a significant amount of time, which when you have a toddler, your entire life is like, how can I eat up time? That's your only goal. It's like, I need to make time pass.
It's 4:30.
Right. It's 4:30. Yes. We've got 2 to 3 hours to go and I'm done. I know I can put them in the bath for an hour. But before that, I guess it's bubbles. And bubbles are awful. Like, how has bubble technology not gotten any better? And they keep improving bubble technology. They're like the bubble gum, the bubble wand, like all these different things. But it still just ends up with like goopy bubbles all over your body. And it's miserable.
You need a bath after the bubble bath to get rid of the stuff.
Yeah, I'm talking about like wand bubbles, like bubbles, blowing bubbles in the backyard.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure she meant I was taking this to be bubble baths, which are also awful because then you have that like stuff all over your bathtub.
Yeah, no, I think she's talking about like entertaining kids with bubbles, which,
yeah,
again, and it's also one of those things like snow or many other things where you're like, this will be great. I'll invest an hour in getting everyone in a snowsuit, but then it will be hours of fun. And it's always like 5 minutes of fun and like an hour of work.
Oh, my God. The bubbles eat in 90 seconds. Either one sibling will be crying that the other one popped the bubbles, or they'll tip over and spill, and then they'll be crying about that. That's how bubbles end.
Melanie has the absolute perfect nexus of a true minor annoyance. And you're all going to know what I'm talking about when I say the plastic wrapper from Capri Sun straws.
Yes.
They're literally like... they get everywhere. Like, I bet if you did a deep clean of my house right now, you would find like approximately 20 straw wrappers.
They never make it to the trash. Why would you throw that away? It's too little to walk to the trash, so I'll just leave it here.
I mean, I have really entered a phase now that my kids are 11. My 11-year-old's better. 9 and 7, I literally watch them like open something and then like throwing a graduation cap in the air. They just toss it in the air with like a gleeful joy. Like, and
whither you will.
Yes. It's like a celebratory gesture, and I just start screaming, and I startle them. Like, what are you doing?
It's like blowing dandelion, like puffy stuff off into the world.
Yes, like another great day being me as I toss this annoying wrapper into the air. Like,
why do they need to be wrapped?
That's another whole question.
Like, hello, like kids have germs, like making sure the straw is, vacuum sealed until the second they put it in their mouths is probably not something we needed to solve for.
No, there needs to be a better way. Lindsay says buckling of car seats is it a minor annoyance, Amy? We know it's annoying.
Oh, just the buckling. She's not like taking kids somewhere. She's narrowed it down sufficiently well. I think it's the buckling. She hates buckling them in. I hate when you can't quite, like it's supposed to fit and it won't fit and you're late and you're like, and it's going to snap when it's really there and it's not quite snapping.
I will say, in parallel to your shower joy, I feel the same way about buckling car seats. Like the first day that all three of my kids could just get in the car by themselves, it was one of the greatest days of my life, Amy.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing where you're like the minivan and you're like twisting your body in like a yoga bend to try to like reach in the back and get the baby buckled. I mean, it's awful. I had 3 in car seats at the same time.
Me too. Well, I mean, everybody does now, right? Because your kids are supposed to stay in car seats and boosters and whatever till they're like 20. But the minivan is what really enables the wonder of like, you get in the driver's seat and open the side doors, like, get in, everybody. They get in, buckle your car seats, and they do. And then you close the doors without having to walk around the other side of the car. That's a good day. And that's why I'm here to say minivans are wonderful. And I don't care if they're cool or not.
Oh, I will die on that hill. People who are like, I'm too cool for a minivan. I'm like, I will never understand you. We live on the opposite side of an uncrossable divide.
You must like buckling car seats and walking around cars several times.
Oh, speaking of doors, Amy, Grace's minor annoyance is doors. Slamming doors, swinging on doors, playing with doors, hitting me with doors, hitting each other with doors, fingers smashed in doors. Enough, period, with period, the period. Doors, several exclamation points.
She's right. Thanksgiving night, we had to go to an urgent care. We had to drive quite a while to find one that was open because my son had slammed the door on his little brother's hand. Not on purpose, of course, but door slamming never ends well.
I have done the exact same trip on the eve of a funeral that was very tragic that I had to travel to, and I was packing up, and instead of driving the night before and getting to kind of get into the space, I was at the urgent care with my daughter who had her finger slammed in a door. And I mean, it's panicky. Like, it's a bad injury. You can really hurt yourself with a door.
Yes, it's pretty visible. Don't put that on Facebook. I don't want to see your...
No, but guys, don't put it...
Kids' door slam fingers.
Do not put it on Facebook.
Let's establish that now. Jennifer says, the dumping of any and all toys at all times of every day. Hearing it makes me cringe. Seeing it makes me weep. This made me laugh because I can still hear like the sound of the Legos in the next room being like...
You will be like 80 years old and that sound will still send a shiver up your spine. Like
the entire bin.
Like the entire bin. And I have to say, I have 3. My daughter is not as into them, but she's into like the dolls with 1,000 parts. And you always think, I mean, the problem with motherhood is that you become convinced at some point in motherhood that decorative baskets are the solution to your problems. That like, if you can just go to the Container Store enough and get enough boxy or baskety type holders, you can live in a sane household.
Is that aisle 6?
And it's a false god, people. The decorative basket is a false god and you must reject it. Like, I now live in a house that has like 4,000 different forms of decorative container, and my house is still a disaster area because, of course, that just means you pull out the container and dump it all over the floor.
I love the idea that you go to Michael's and aisle 6 just says boxy and baskety type holders.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll take them all.
Because all the moms are in there like, I can solve this.
Yeah, more holders just leads to more stuff.
Amy has a great one, which is Dress Up Week. Red Ribbon Week? I don't know that term, but I assume it's like, we call it Spirit Week.
No, me neither.
where it's not hard enough for us to get clothes on as it is, but now we have to dress up as a taco or whatever. Pain in the butt, if you ask me. And I do ask you, Amy, and I agree. I have your back.
My kids, when they were in 3rd grade, had to do Colonial Day, dress up day, which kind of sneaks up on you.
We have that. It's Rev Day. Yeah, Revolutionary War Day.
And when it's boys, it's easy. You just have them like put on knee socks and stuff their pants in it, and you're kind of all set. And repurpose a pirate vest from the dress up bin. But like my daughter for Colonial Day, yeah, it's fun, kind of, for the kids, and extremely stressful.
Well, it's the kind of thing. This is why it's a minor annoyance. It's like motherhood. It's like you're already running a marathon every day, right? Like you've got a lot going on. It's hard. You're kind of working at your peak capacity. And all of these small things are like an ankle sprain. Like you don't need another problem. You're already working at your max. This week, we got a notice home like on a Monday, that last Monday, I think, that said your child needs a mason jar for a craft they're doing. Someone is taking time out of their day to come in and do a craft, and it's very nice. But my only part of this giant equation where someone has done all this work is to send my child in with a mason jar. But I didn't have any mason jars in the house, so it would have involved going to the store and buying like 40 mason jars, which is the only way they sell mason jars. And I didn't really want to have.
Right. Or ordering it from Amazon and then contributing to the boxes. And
But there's no way to get a single mason jar. You know, it's like, wait, I don't. So finally, 3 days late, I was the mom getting the reminders that are like, we still don't have your mason jar. And I finally just pulled a jar of vodka sauce out of the cabinet and dumped it into a reusable container and then cleaned out the jar and sent it in. I was like, this is what I got, people. For some reason, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but getting a mason jar was just going to break my spirit. So I just had to improvise.
This is where it's important for moms to have one another's back. So like on our school Facebook page just this week, a mom posted a picture of a dress she had bought for Colonial Day, right? For her daughter, like 2 years before. She's like, getting rid of this, just found it in the closet. Who wants it? Colonial Day is in like 4 months, but believe me, you're going to want this. And first one to respond.
When Colonial Day comes.
Yeah. And it was like giving this to the highest bidder for $0, just go first. And I thought that is such a generous mom act right there to be like, you're going to really want this random thing in 4 months. You just don't know it yet.
I just did the opposite with my daughter's first communion dress. We were like 2 years ago, maybe last year, a friend of mine posted first communion pictures and her daughter had this really beautiful dress on. And I was like, can I borrow that dress next year? And she's like, yep, you can. And now I've got a first communion dress.
Yeah.
You got to like be on your game. It's like Christmas presents when you're older. It's like, if you see something good in August, just get it. You'll be done. Got to play the long game, people. All right. We'll be right back with even more minor annoyances.
You know that thing where you get an amazing pair of shoes at a really great price and want to tell everyone about it? Yeah, so do we. Here at Designer Shoe Warehouse, we'll give you something to brag about. Like the latest styles from brands you love, or the trends everyone's obsessing over, or shoes that make you feel like, well, you. So go ahead, show off a little. Find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. Head to your DSW store or DSW.com today. DSW. Let us surprise you.
My favorite skincare products actually feel more like self-care, like they're so nice to put on and they smell so good that I'm actually happy when I get to that part of my day. And I swear that is how I feel about Osea's anti-aging body balm.
Amy, you are usually the lotions and potions queen on this podcast, but I have to say, hard agree.
Osea's anti-aging body balm is a liquid silk body balm that combines the lasting hydration of a lotion with the firming power of a serum, leaving skin smoother and firmer.
This body balm is clinically tested and designed to deliver visible results you can see and feel.
So we've gotten to use this product for a couple of months now, and I swear I have really noticed firmer and smoother skin, like on the back of my hands. It's like getting a mini spa treatment from head to toe.
Get a spring-worthy glow with clean, clinically tested skincare from Osea. And right now, we have a special discount just for our listeners.
Get 10% off your first order site-wide with code FRESH at OseaMalibu.com.
That's 10% off your first order with code FRESH at OSEAMalibu.com. Is parenting going too well at your house?
Feeling too relaxed in your day-to-day existence?
Are you going more than 8 hours without shrieking a horror-fueled diatribe at your spouse?
Sweetie, that was such a great day. Hey, would you grab me a glass of wine?
Try minor annoyances.
I can't find the wine anywhere. I thought you said it was in the fridge.
Oh my God, it's on the second shelf! How can you not see it? Seriously, it's right in front of your face!
With minor annoyances, your days will be entirely transformed in a matter of seconds.
Who left a half-full mac and cheese pot in the sink? Oh my God, this might as well be hardened Elmer's glue. Guess I'll be cleaning this all morning.
And if rageful venting at no one is not your style, never fear. Try a minor annoyance that brings on full bouts of tearful babbling.
These socks in the laundry are clean. I mean, look at them. They're still paired up. What more do you need to see to know that these don't belong in the dirty clothes? For the love of all that's holy, people.
With minor annoyances, you'll be transported to a world of endless mumbling to yourself about why things have to be so minorly, yet consistently irritating.
Oh, sure. We'd love to participate in Spirit Week for the preschool because my kid just happens to have a full outfit of 70s clothes for Wednesday. And then we'd just love to come up with some sort of wacky hair for Thursday because it's not like we have anything else to do.
I mean, sure, major annoyances are annoying.
They're changing the way driver's licenses work, so you'll have to get a new one at the DMV this month if you want to fly home at Christmas.
But try minor annoyances.
Okay, sweetie. You really want ketchup on your eggs? That's completely vomit-inducing, but if it makes you stop crying, I guess we can give it a try.
Because they're part of your life now too, Mom.
I'm in the shower. Can you just give me a minute and then I will get you another juice box? No, you need it while I still have shampoo in my eyes? Oh, that is just fantastic, honey. Okay, but get out of the way. No, I can't open the door. I am dripping water. Let me just get a towel. Can you just... Okay, so we're back, and my sister Molly sent this one in, and I think this is like exactly like, oh yes, you're right, I hate this so much. Molly says, when I hold up a jacket or coat for my child so he can put his arm in the sleeve and he spins his body to stick the other wrong arm in the sleeve, this drives me bonkers. We are just beginning coat weather, and I honestly don't know if I can take it for 5 more months. Exactly what she means.
And this is this is strike zone again for the minor annoyance. And this is why people think moms, and I think in general women, are crazy, because we talk a lot about invisible work. And it's like, why would it be annoying that your kid is having trouble getting a coat on? It's because it's the 87,000th thing you've had to do. That's what makes it crazy making.
You have to put a coat on every morning, and every morning I hold it up, and every morning you spin around the wrong way, and I say, no, just put it in this arm, and then you start over the next day.
Somebody had a funny suggestion about this on Facebook that was like, put it on the ground and have the kid lie down and get into it. You know, it's like...
Well, you put it on the ground and you flip it over your head, yeah, and she's like, but we're like in a parking lot.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You can't, again, we're not here to solve minor annoyances. These things are unsolvable.
No.
These are things we'll live with for the rest of our lives.
We should have specified that. The unsolvable and extremely minor annoyances.
Yeah, but these are all unsolvable. They wouldn't be minor annoyances.
Yvonne says that repeating herself is again, is it minor? No, that's an extremely major annoyance of motherhood.
Yeah, that's just an ongoing. Rachel has a great one, I think, which is a perfect minor annoyance. And I'm so glad she shares this because I feel like this is something I might not have said because I'm like, this might make me a monster. But she hates pushing swings. And let me tell you, girl, same.
I don't know why. I always hated that, too. Like, why does it stink so much? I don't know.
Because it's so boring and repetitive. There's only one person in that equation having fun. It's the pushy.
And there's also no end in sight. Like, it isn't like 99, 100. Yeah.
No, it could go on for hours. Right. And like, if you try to read your phone while you're doing it, you get smacked in the face. Like, there's no way to make it more palatable.
There's no ending until like another kid comes over and glares. And even that, like, your kid isn't going to notice that. They're having like this wonderful moment.
No, I would be like, that kid over there on the other side of the playground seems interested in this swing. Let's give him a turn.
We need to have like timers on swings. Can we just get that established nationwide that it's like a countdown?
Well, isn't there also like oldie-timey baby swings? There used to be a crank and you would crank it up and it would swing itself. Like, can't we put those on modern swing sets?
Yes.
Because the thing is, no one likes pushing.
No one does. So heaven knows the kid doesn't, so they're going to make you do it.
Oh, I know. I used to try to pull that off. Like, push your brother. But yeah, why is it annoying? You're already sitting there being bored. Like, why not just push a swing? But it's horrible.
Kate says that she can't handle sitting on hold, like when you call the doctor to make an appointment, or for me, when I call like CVS pharmacy and you get put on hold, the hold music, like it makes me want to crawl out of my skin.
It's soul crushing. Yeah.
It's soul crushing. It's the worst. I don't understand why they have to have that like crackly music. There should be no music when you're on hold. Like, please just allow me to go about my day. Don't make me have to attend to this awful, like the United George Gershwin music, but it's only like 8 seconds of it on loop.
Right. But it's like you hate the thing too. We have recently been on some conference calls, and there's a new conference call software that has like your pet peeve is like funny airline videos, yes. Which is a great pet peeve. Like, you're like, why does it have to be funny? Like, why does it have to be mimes? Like, just tell me, put your seatbelt on,
right.
And your seat is a cushion.
Quickly and efficiently, yes.
Your seat floats if you crash. Like, spoiler alert, you're not going to need that, but just in case. And that's your, like, your bête noire. But we've recently been on several conference calls where there is conference called hold music that is a parody song about how annoying hold music is. And it's yes. Like, why would you do this? Why would you make something terrible and make it 10 times worse?
Annoying on purpose?
By trying to inject comedy into
right.
it.
Can we just sit in silence until somebody's ready to talk to me so I can do literally anything else than plan murder?
Yeah, I don't even mind the one that's occasionally like, merp, like just to tell you you're still on hold.
That's fine.
I'm fine with that. But yeah, let me sit in silence.
Leah says this drives her nuts when her preschooler climbs into her bed in the middle of the night, and instead of sweet, dreamy snuggles, it's just toenails digging into my legs.
I let my kids sleep with me when my husband travels for work, and it is one of those things where you're like, it starts with like, you just are lying down and cuddling and getting to really chat with one kid, and it's so magical. And the second you fall asleep, it's like, I have one son who's like, he must be part like groundhog. He's like constantly trying to burrow under the small of my back while he's sleeping. Like it's a cave for warmth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sleeping with children, horrible. Don't recommend it. Jenny Lynn says empty boxes back in the pantry cupboards. It's a classic, but it is a good minor annoyance.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we have all this food, but totes joking. Each box has an inconsequential amount of food in it, which by definition of my children makes the box not empty, thereby making the last person to use it not actually have to throw it away because it's not empty.
Yeah, but it's still your fault when there's no more frosted mini wheats, Mom.
Yeah, when you go to get the frosted mini wheats and there's only frosted crumbs in the bottom.
Why is there never a nice cereal left? Because you guys put empty boxes back.
Right.
Meg says that the constant necessity of handing out snacks is slowly driving her insane.
Yeah.
Just, you know, for little kids, right? Like the snack thing, it's just continuous service, like a Parisian cafe. You're always open. You're always serving more snacks.
Yeah. This is an ongoing problem and it never ends. And like the constant need for snacks. We've kind of given up on this, I have to say. Like my sister-in-law, who I try to model myself after, she was always so organized with like wherever you would go. It's like, here are the 80 different snacks. And I see moms I was at pickup the other day. It was a really hot day. And one of the moms had a small cooler and had ice pops as a snack. I was like, you are a person I will never be. Like, you brought ice pops for an after-school snack in a small frozen cooler. But I have just completely given up on this. Like, I always was like, I'm going to be that mom who has a snack for every occasion. But I have 3 kids. None of them like the same kind of snacks. And we just go, and I'm just like, grab a hot dog from the vendor. I don't care. I can't be bothered.
So Tasha says her extremely minor annoyance is having plenty of a thing, noticing one day we seem to have none of it, buying more, then they all show up again. She says this applies to sippy cups, silverware, pants, jackets, etc., umbrellas, right? I have no idea where they vanish to. I never seem to find them anywhere. They just reappear in the cupboard. This is so true.
This is an amazing one because my husband and I, any given time, can identify the one thing in the house that we have too much of. And it's like we will have, you know, each one of us goes to the store and we're like, oh, we can always use some mac and cheese. Then we end up with 45 boxes of mac and cheese. And then the flip side of this minor annoyance is that you start screaming, don't buy mac and cheese at the store. We have 45 boxes of mac and cheese. And then there comes the day where there's no mac and cheese and everyone's crying. Like, because of course at some point you actually use it up. And then you're making like, I just did this with, at some point we had a cabinet that had to be completely devoted to jars of tomato sauce, like marinara sauce, like usable, like pasta sauce, you know?
This is the second time we've talked about pasta sauce in this episode.
Jarred sauce. It's essential.
Jarred sauce.
Well, that's why I was able to give the jar in, because we usually have
That's why I had an extra
75 jars of pasta sauce. And I was like, we can sacrifice one so that I don't have to buy mason jars. But then, of course, there comes the day where these 75 jars of pasta sauce, and we finally commit to stop buying them. And then last week, on like a Tuesday night, I was making lasagna. I'd browned all the meat. I'd mixed all the cheese, and I went to grab a jar of sauce. And of course, we had none left.
You had none. Right. How does that happen?
And I was like, this is hell.
How do you go from like 20 jars to 0?
And so then I'm making like the 5 o'clock trip to the grocery store to get pasta sauce. And I'm like screaming inside my mind that I hate the world.
I've decided I'm going to be a grown-up, and I'm going to start making sure I have some of that stuff around, like just sort of like have like pasta, sauce, and a bunch of soup, you know, and like some frozen stuff. So, because I have kids coming home at weird times of day and missing dinner because they had practice or whatever. And yeah, like the things that are and aren't in your cabinet. I have like 4 cookie butters from Trader Joe's because I love it. And every time I go, I'm like, oh, we like cookie butter, but we have it. We have it forever. We have enough cookie butter for the rest of time. But yeah, the noodles, like no pasta. And you had enough for the neighborhood a day before. I don't know how this happens.
Yeah, and then you're just in the position of like, I can't believe I'm going to the store right now. It's 5:30 at night.
Going to the grocery store is a major annoyance of motherhood.
Another great thing that happens, and like this is another, like for you moms of young ones, glimpse. Going to the store without your kids is the greatest thing that ever happens too.
Going to the store when you don't have to push the enormous like fire truck cart, right? Or like giant backhoe / cart that you can barely fit around the corner is a great thing.
Yeah, and you've got like, you look like, you know, those pictures of like people on motorcycles where there's 36 people on a motorcycle. Like that's how my cart always looked, like baby in the front, kid in the basket, and another kid like hanging off the side. And
hanging off the side, yeah.
When I can just at 5:30 be like, don't murder each other for 5 minutes, I'm running to the store. It's wonderful.
I'm glad that within this airing of grievances, we're also injecting optimism. Like there are sort of,
yeah, there are moments of hope.
Glints of sunlight through the clouds.
Well, it reminds me of like, there's an entire industry that is television based, now maybe more web based, I guess, that is devoting a lot of resources for products that address the most minor annoyances of your life. And I'm thinking of like the blanket with the arms in it, and like the beginning of that ad.
A Snuggie.
It's called a Snuggie. They still make them. And it's like the beginning of the ad is always someone like doing this extremely operatic, hilarious version of how hard it is to like have a blanket on you while you watch TV. Like they're wrestling with it. We'll put one up on the site so that we'll put it up on Facebook, because there's always someone like they're wrestling an alligator, it looks like, but they're just trying to keep a blanket on them while watching TV. And they're like, we have the solution. This blanket has arms. And it's like, I'm not sure it was that hard to just sit under a blanket. Like, did we need this problem solved?
The Snuggie people need to make a coat that continues spinning so that whatever arm your child flips around to stick in the sleeve, the right sleeve presents itself. That would be useful.
Yeah, there's got to be like something like a machine you could put the coat on and then it just attacks the child, you know, and like.
Or the sleeves are somehow independent, and so it doesn't matter which arm goes in which sleeve, you can still zipper it.
There you go. You've got $1 million idea. You've got at least $100 idea right there. I'm not sure it's $1 million idea.
Kate says that she hates when her toddler touches the straw in her water bottle.
That's funny. That doesn't bother me at all. That's one of those, like, I think you said one of yours is like that, right? Like, I have a son who will not stay in the room if the cat food is open. Like the cat hasn't finished her food, he can't be in the room. Like a grossed out by weird small things. I don't have a lot of those.
I feel like, Kate, you know, you've lost the war, but she's going to die on this hill. Like, but my water bottle straw is mine and you can't have it, toddler. I think she should be able to have that when she has to be sort of like climbed on and toenails in the night. You know, she should have her own water bottle straw, I guess.
Well, I think it's that, doesn't the toddler just touch it because toddlers touch everything?
Toddlers touch everything, yeah. The insides of their noses and then your water bottle straw. And
Amy, we've touched on so many minor annoyances, but I think we should end strong with your hilarious minor annoyance, which is over-optimistic recycling.
Yes.
This is a very Amy grievance, and I love it.
Because it involves me going into the recycling bin and picking back out the tinfoil with pizza cheese on it, the greasy recycling container.
Do you know there's actually a term for this?
I thought it was over-optimistic recycling. What is it?
You came up with it, but there is in the recycling world a term for this, which is wish cycling.
Oh, yes.
Putting things in the recycling that you wish were recyclable, but are not.
And that has been established by your loving mother and wife, who has in fact showed you articles that say, no, little yogurt container with yogurt still in it is like a number 5 and it doesn't get recycled anymore. And when you kind of half rinse it out all over the sink and then put it in the recycling still with some yogurt in it, and I have to dig back through and take it back out, I hate you. I hate you.
I have to tell you that when I was in my very early 20s, right after I graduated from college, my friend Mindy and I had an apartment together, and the landlady was constantly screaming at us about the recycling, and we thought she was insane. We were like, what kind of life do you have to spend this much time thinking about recycling? And now I am the landlady, and I'm like, she was totally right. She had a point. That's exactly what she would do. She would bring the recycling back up to our apartment and show us half full yogurt containers and be like, you cannot put this in the recycling. And I definitely remember goofing on her and being like, she made a trip all the way up the stairs to show us a yogurt container. What a loser. And now I'm just going to say #team landlady. I was wrong and you were right.
Yeah, I don't know why this is a hill I have to die on. Because I feel bad. I'm like, now this whole bag of recycling can't be recycled. I can't live with that.
No, you can't live with that.
And that's my minor annoyance.
I feel like it's time to gather the family together for a PowerPoint presentation, Amy, on proper recycling techniques. I'm sure they'll respect it and love it.
I might just have sort of on hold. I'll do a funny song about wish cycling, and I'll just play it all the time.
Use mimes. It always works. It's always hilarious. Amy, we solved this one. Solved it.
Yes.
We know all the minor annoyances now. And guys, this whole conversation was a result of our Facebook page. And we want you to come join us there at facebook.com/whatfreshhellcast. You just type that into your browser window and you will find us.
And there's a page and a group. And the group is awesome because you can talk to each other in the group about your extremely minor annoyances and other things. And we love that conversation. You can also find us on Instagram at whatfreshhellcast and on Twitter at WFH Podcast.
Guys, until next week, good luck with the sand in the bed. Good luck with the bubbles. Good luck with the globs of toothpaste. We salute you.
We see you.
We see you. Talk to you next time, guys.
Bye-bye.
Close your eyes. Listen to Monday.com. Feel the sensation of an AI work platform. So flexible and intuitive, it feels like it was built just for you. Now open your eyes, go to Monday.com, start for free, and finally breathe.